commercial hubs, improving all the adjacency. Even this harbor is boosting the commercial hub in that area. So look at that. Look, it's an actual, like, little, not triangle, but it's almost a triangle. It's like a stretchy triangle. It's kind of the same thing. All right, so I may have gone and, you know, grabbed lunch, and I sort of had a little bit of an episode. Not one of those episodes, the sort where I reevaluated every single placement of national parks based on where my city center was going to be. I was actually thinking, you know, a bunch of these national parks, they could go out onto this 5th ring. So if I start from the 5th ring and then make my way in, I think I can fit more in. So under my old plan, which was using the actual marker, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 available. Whereas under the new plan, these triangles, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, because this one counts again. I think it works better. I think I can squeeze more in if I go with the triangles. So we're gonna commit to that. Like the chaos of my mind is such that I can never be sure that what I'm saying is accurate or truthful. I'd love to see your go at this. Take this particular save file, have a look at it. Tell me what you see. Is there a better way of setting this up? Because I think this is pretty good. It's going to require me having a lot of the 4th and 5th ring of tiles, but I can do that. We just need to throw all of my gold in to buy all the tiles and throw all of the culture in to capture it as soon as we can. Gothic architecture is in my government, which means that Imhotep can come along, and the first of many wonders that I'm going to need in this game is now done. Mausoleum. Not a particularly useful mausoleum, but it does mean now that all of my engineers have an additional charge. Amazing. Chop down the rainforest, create all of the science. Apart from in Death Wall. Death Wall doesn't know what beauty is. Death Wall is simply a place of chaos, disgust, and industry. Delicious. As much as I would like Johannesburg as soon as possible, I think I'm gonna actually start to drop envoys now into Kumasi first. The main reason being, we need to get those beautiful trade routes going from my new city, and here it is. We're already getting a little bit of extra culture, but this city, oh, it can be so much more. We're gonna name this the White and Nerdy Memorial Gardens. It will be a place of peace, of beauty, of wonder, all of the things. And actually, thinking about it, I should be able to pop down some districts, and they're not gonna get in the way of any of the national parks. Like this tile is always going to be one that can be replaced. So let's go maybe chop that out and put something useful in there. There's no perfect preserve in this city, but that's actually a pretty decent one. It will at least give a decent range of tiles next to national parks that can be worked. Yeah, let's go and do that. That's my builder. Go chop this one out. We don't mind chopping down the occasional piece of wood. We're going to plant a load more. Don't worry. I have a plan. I promise I have a plan. It's like at least 2/3 of a plan, which is more than it could be. Oh, that's right. Of course. I think I'm culture bombing at the moment. I am, because this industrial zone just gained all of this territory for Death Wall. Amazing stuff. Another industrial zone finished. Let's get that workshop done. We've got another couple of points coming in now. We will retain this great engineer monopoly. What could go wrong with such a wonderful thing? I'm going to treat myself to Apadana. I like the extra envoys. This will help me to pick up Kumasi faster. Speaking of, all we need is one more. So there's another charge in Imhotep. Mahabodhi Temple would be quite nice in this city. Angkor what? Patala Palace? Actually, Patala Palace could be good. We'll figure something out. There's got to be a wonder in that city, though. That's the only requirement. Another time to vote. Double engineers. Come on, let's rock that for a bit. And building units cheap is a lot of fun. This might backfire on me slightly if the World Congress bans engineers. No, double writers. Okay, good. I was going to say, have I mucked up there? No, I hadn't. This time we have a golden age. Oh, what do we do now? I'm thinking, how much is a settler to buy? 1,000 gold, which means it's 500 faith, which means monumentality, we put it about 350 onwards. We could get 2 or 3 settlers with monumentality. There's a continent split here that I can settle over there, but it's all bad land for me. I think, yeah, you know what? Let's keep going with monumentality. The more land I own, the more faith I'll make. Let's do it. And Deseador. It's another bunch of very cool wonders in my capital, should I wish for them. Kilwa. Oh, Kilwa's good. Kilwa would actually give me what I would need. Land surveyors reduces the cost of purchasing tiles. I'm going to put that into my government briefly instead of diplomatic league. Reason being, we want to buy all of these tiles. I need to start working the outer rings of this city as fast as possible. So I'm going to start buying up tiles that are cheap and should be ones that I don't want to spend culture on. Every single tile in this city needs to be bought as quickly as possible. That's what all of my gold will will be doing from now on. My empire is laser focused on this memorial garden. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic. And as we get down the engineers, it's probably going to be somebody like Shah is going to actually build the Golden Gate. Probably. But we'll see how we get. Let's chop this preserve out as fast as we can. We can get another culture bomb and own even more land around here. Oh, yes. Lovely. Actually, do we need to go to the beginning of this turn again? I'm just looking at this arrangement. I think we could probably make the national parks fit in a little better. I don't know what I've done here. Hang on. I wouldn't normally go back a turn, but this is too important. These memorial gardens, they must be perfect. They must be perfect. So let's try this again. These triangles represent the top tile of the diamond, and I was just sort of bringing them over, but this is the one I think is in the wrong place. If we get rid of this, in reality, the arrangement can span a couple more parks than I think. In fact, let me just get those two deleted away, and we can pin these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away. Yeah, look at this. That's actually another national park. I don't know how I didn't see that before. Good that I spotted it when I did. So we can't put the preserve on that tile. Let's find another tile the preserve can go on. Actually, this one does exactly the same thing as the others. All right, let's pop it up there instead. Sorry, builder. You're having to move backwards and forwards, but I'll get there eventually. I think I am going to get Mahabodhi. This is a really, really good tile, but I would rather have the Wonder, namely because of all of the envoys I get. So there's 2 diplomatic victory points and 2 free apostles, and with the envoys I can go bump and take over Kamasi and now start sending trade routes from the memorial gardens. Excellent. It'll take a little while to build up, but this will be incredibly useful. In the meantime, we can improve our religion. Apostles are cheaper to purchase. Stupas giving us happiness. Amazing. Humanism has unlocked an amazing card for me. Gothic architecture, I'm just going to keep him there for a second. Land surveyors, let me just buy that tile just on the discount. Now I can get rid of that card. We'll just come in and out with this. Invention. So that gives us 4 more engineering points, and I think we have 3 workshops on top of that. So it's another 6. Actually, another 10 points or so. Excellent stuff. Oh, we're going to just start gobbling up all of the engineers, and that's exactly what we want to do. And now let's build Kilwa with the help of a Theodore. Even more envoys, even more city-state control. Ultimately, it's all about control. That's what we're after. Trade route. Let's get this sent back to my capital for a nice little road. Oh, Korea has just appeared from nowhere and has declared war on me. I think they declared war on my ally. I've genuinely no idea where Korea is, but they're suddenly a threat. I honestly thought I would have been able to send a trade route back to my capital there. That's amazing. Clearly not. All right, fine. I will take the trade routes for the city-states. It's a tiny bit more production. Maybe as a road gets increasingly built in this direction, we'll be able to send one. 22 engineering points. I love it. I love it. It's so good. That catastrophic eruption is not good, however. Kilwa is even better. It goes good, it goes bad, it goes good. But all you need to know is that now I'm getting a 15% boost to any type of yield if I have 2 city-states of that type, suzerain. And I've just got 5 envoys from building that wonder. 5 of them, I know. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and that should be every single industrial city-state now on side and suzerain. Oh no, it wasn't. I didn't have the policy card in. Whoops. All right, well, I just got a bunch of 3 stuff for that. That's not too bad. I can't believe I did that. What a numpty. Let's get Brussels involved. That was Korea's ally. And now we have 15% production towards buildings. Settlers. Pray them in. Yeah, it's not good for national parks, but we haven't got those just yet. So lumber mills are going down so I can build things like the preserves faster. In goes Visselbanken to help the memorial gardens grow. Now up to mercantilism, and we're going to beeline to conservation. As soon as we can get the trees being built, this will become a paradise. Not that it isn't already a paradise, but it will be even more of a paradise. The preserve. It's culture bombs from tiles for me. That in itself is kind of half the reason I wanted to build this. The grove will go down. It's not going to give huge yields to the tiles around it, but some. Don't worry, all of this will get improved eventually. No more traders available in this city for now. Fine, let's build useful roads. Death Wall needs one. We still have settlers appearing pretty much every turn. The empire will only get bigger, stronger, tougher. It doesn't matter how many times I repair after a volcano. They just seem to come along and destroy everything almost immediately after. Never mind. It wouldn't be an Ursa game without a volcano going off and destroying everything. Another workshop. Yes, get those engineering points in, please. I wish to absorb you all. All of you. City number 9. Really settling up to Zulu here. Guys, Faithful is basically tasked with, again, removing marshes, removing rainforest, building up a lovely holy site. Soon as you can, please. Let's get Feed the World in ASAP. Da Vinci. Workshops provide 3 culture, and I can use it twice. Excellent. Radio is boosted, and we go from 115 culture to 130, so each charge is worth 15 culture. Amazing stuff. Second charge. Flight boosted. That'll be handy later. Circumnavigated globe. Only took me about 50 turns. It's pretty awful considering how many starting units I had, but never mind. Now, Zulu could absolutely steal my settler there, but I don't think they will. They got absolutely beaten up in the first war. What's to say this war is going to be any different? They might attack me again, you know. It would be entertaining if they did. Guys, Faithful would have to hold out like a trooper. I think you could, though. I do think you could. So the Grove is finished in this city. Again, not that it does a huge amount at the moment, but the holy site will start to spread the love in this area and improve all of the appeal in the tiles around here as well. Aid request. Yes, I would like that. That sounds great. Actually, looks like Korea has had a lot of luck in this war, unbelievably. I'm just staying out of it. I'm not getting involved. I have more important things. Oh, 41 gold per turn. Oh, I'm not paying that. It's practically blackmail. I'm just busy getting workshops going. What more do I need? Actually, I say that. I was supposed to be saving my gold, wasn't I? I really need to get better at actually not spending my gold on things when I say, oh, I'm going to save it for X reason. Something about that phrase, that turn of phrase, I am going to save it for this, and then suddenly it all goes out the window immediately. What is that? Why do I do that? I don't know. Sorry, Zulu. Again, you're not going to enjoy this, but this is my sprawling empire now. Deviant Citrus, you actually have some really good tiles. Just keep chopping down the nasty stuff and working on what you can. Aid request. Yay! Military emergency. Boo! Hey, look, I'm getting droughted all over the place. It's like someone's chopping all the rainforest down. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Mont Saint Michel. Again, it's more envoys in my capital because of Apadana and industrialization. Did I get any coal? I have one source of coal. I am going to have to probably improve that, annoyingly. So I've got some coal anywhere else. That might be the sort of stuff that I'm going to have to improve. Yeah, no, we'll just live with it. Time for factories, everyone. We need more great engineering points per turn, but equally, the production is mighty fine. Now that I've got industrialization, we're going to drop along the bottom and go straight to Golden Gate, which will involve me picking up niter almost immediately, which is a bit annoying. Again, I'm going to avoid this for as long as I can because it stops me from putting down woods in my city. So we're actually going to go to military science first, then we'll pivot back to it. Hong Kong has some coal. I think city-states will start to give me coal eventually. I'm pretty sure anyway. Clintae, I think we can hook you directly up with all of the industrial zones over here, especially if I figure out where the dams go. Oh, there's really good dams over here. Done. Industrial zone. Get it finished. Get it sorted. We'll be happy. Skeptical Bear can also link in with this amazing little industrial zone hub. There's a lot of stuff to chop out here. A lot of places that workshops can immediately get brought in. It's very good land, this, for industry. Not so good for beauty. Beauty is pretty poor, but, you know, that's what this area of the map is for. Culture bombing with industrial zones. Well, there's no Vatican today, so this remains a useless engineer as ever, but Felipe will be very handy. 36 engineering points per turn. That's no projects going on. That's all pure industry. It helps that I have so many industrial city-states. Those are stacking very nicely, I won't lie. Another cultural city-state as well. Just discovering more of the map. Actually, admittedly, Clintae did just culture bomb a load of land with an industrial zone. Begrudgingly, I'm going to have to say that actually Mima on that occasion was very handy. That is unbelievable to say, but there you go. Ah, here we go. All the trade routes are available now. All the memorial gardens are ready to just pop off. Zulu, again, seem to be revving up to attack slightly, which admittedly, I don't blame them for. I have forward settled them quite hideously here. You know, I don't think I would enjoy them attacking me, but I can on this instance see why they may choose to. Let's build a single courser. That will just increase the strength of my cities a little bit, unless I built a caravel, but I don't think a caravel is really needed. No, let's just get the horse unit. At least then I'll have one very maneuverable unit on my borders. Limes and land surveyors. Oh, we know how to have a good time. We know how to have a good time. Buy all the tiles up. I need to be working these 4th and 5th rings as soon as possible, and this will just speed the process up. Emily, well, that's a really, really nice scientist. My third scientist as well. Scientific theory, economics, steam power. Beautiful. And a 3 governor. Well, actually, that's pretty handy because we can now get in Reyna into White and Nerdy Memorial Gardens. Reyna's second promotion, of course, gives us +1 appeal to all tiles adjacent to unimproved features. So this will basically give every single tile in this city +1. And you can just see the culture beginning to appear now. As the city grows and becomes more expansive, we'll see more and more of that. Are Zulu going to attack this turn? No. Well, they've waited one turn too long because now Gaia's Faithful has the walls. The crossbows are almost here, and we've also boosted the defense with the Corsa. So I feel like the best opportunity they had to strike has already gone. Anshan is now on side. 15% extra science across my empire because of Kilwa. The factories are going to bring a considerably large amount of production. I was on 71 production. Now I'm on 85. Very good. Coal power plants will make this even more extreme. I'm getting so many envoys by just ticking along the top of this tree. Conservation's almost there as well. Oh yeah. More factories, more coal power plants, more power. Unlimited power, some might say. Actually, we've got a lot of factories that are now beginning to appear and a lot of engineering points. We still have all of the industrial era engineers to go through until Alvar. Alvar's the first exciting one, which I never thought I would ever say, but Alvar really is the most exciting one. A new city on the Zulu border. We're just cutting them off from the whole of this southern portion of territory. Funky Town is going to be very much split between the disgusting appeal of the floodplains and the wonderful appeal of the tundra, but we'll figure it out. There's always stuff that can be done. Filippo, the lights have been switched on. The production is now getting out of hand. That was a 10-turn Forbidden City. Now it's 6 turns. Wow, maybe I don't even need to rush it with Filippo. I'm going to just save Filippo over here and go for the Golden Gate. All I need to do is figure out what it is. How hard could that be? Actually, look at this. All tiles bought. The gardens are as big as we're going to get for now, but now we're going to start working with 4th and 5th rings. Culture focus. I'm just going to put it on culture focus. Make sure we really are working everything we can. 2nd coal power plant finished. 45 engineering points per turn. You don't really need many more, do you? But I think I will get a water park in this little lake because then bam, I have Mexico City. This is the range of a water park normally. It would hit all of my cities apart from this little triple out in the corner. But with Mexico City, it's only Skeptical Bear that actually misses out. Everyone else gets something. That's nuts. I love it. Another voting session. I can't believe it's been that long. Ranged troops and producing troops. See if either of those get voted through. Both of them did. Wow, I'm just the absolute Diplo king. People just love following what I have to say. They really do. So many power plants are now finishing. The production of my empire is spiraling upwards so quickly. 586 production. The thing we're now going to do is just focus on making sure that we have 6 envoys in all 3 of these city-states. Then the power plants will be giving me 12 extra production each, which is pretty wild, and I love it. 2 turns off conservation as well. That in itself is very exciting. Now the lighthouse finished. Get more traders in here. Start building the temples. The memorial gardens are almost ready. They are almost ready to be just delightful. Another city to join in with the industrial hub. Allknown's priority is to get the harbor down as soon as possible and then build the industry from there. Trade routes to make sure that Kamasi is working as fast as possible is good. As you can see, we are actually starting to gain tiles now. But why that fish was the first one it wanted to get, I don't know. But we don't ask these questions. We just have to accept that it's all fine. Conservation. Alrighty then. Land surveyors we don't need anymore. Get out of here. Let's now get serfdom. That's looking really good. There are, unfortunately, I was really hoping this trade route round to Anshan would be possible with this harbor, but nope, not quite yet. Never mind, let's get a really good internal route for now, just a bit of growing. We can now start praying in beautiful, wonderful 5-charge builders. These things are going to go and start putting woods down everywhere. And after that, we'll start to build some national parks. And we can start to talk about exactly why I'm so excited by the strategy and why it's so wild. Forbidden City, 1 wildcard policy slot. 2 more envoys because of Apadana. We've almost already got the 6 envoys in every single one of these industrial city-states. Barbs don't appear right in the middle of all of my trade routes. That's not on. Don't have any troops in this area because they're all being busy elsewhere, but fine. There's a cavalry. We can go and take you on if we need to. I just didn't want to. I wanted to be respectful, but clearly no. Never mind. Starting to put woods down, and you can see this preserve will get really good. More builders. More traders. Oh, I didn't have the extra charges because it dropped out of my government because of Forbidden. This always happens. Why do I never pick that up? Raj. Oh, look at those yields. Yes, thank you very much. Zulu's army is getting bigger and bigger. The volcano has gone off again. It's kind of now a bit of a national pastime cleaning up after this volcano. Everyone really sort of enjoys it. I can't say I really blame them. The Thirst Naturalist. We're going to need quite a lot of faith to pull this all off, but I think we can do it. Now, how many confusing national parks can be made in this city so far? Actually, they're all pretty much set where I want them to be to start with, so we'll start to put some of these down now. Although the first one normally ruins everything because this will give +1 appeal to all tiles in the city as soon as I put a national park down. I could go Reformed Church actually and give myself more faith and a discount on Naturalists. Let's do that. I like monarchy, you know I like monarchy, but I think for now it's better. So to talk about why this city is going to be so broken, we need to talk about how naturalists work and how national parks work particularly. A national park can be put down once by a naturalist and is a 4-tile improvement shaped like a diamond with a couple of prerequisites. Firstly, all of the tiles in the diamond need to be unimproved, aka no builder improvements or districts down on them, and they also need to be at least charming, which is +2 or better. If you can put a national park down, which I can do right here, you get a nice little burst of era score, which is lovely. It builds these pretty fences round, makes it nice and green. Get rid of our little stamps, we can see that we've done this. It gives 2 amenities to the city of which the park is located and +1 to the nearest 3 cities, which in this case is probably going to be Funky Town, Garrett, and Mr. Fancy Sweatpants. So lots and lots of happiness. The 4 closest cities. Oh, I'm so sorry. So actually it's probably going to give 1 to Guys Faithful as well. So 6 amenities in total. But the most important thing is the tourism. They are predominantly built for tourism. And how much tourism? Well, you simply add up all of the appeal of all of the tiles in the national park. So 3, 5, 5, and 4 make 17. And if the calculations are right, we should have 17 tourism. So the greater the appeal in the tiles of the national park, the better. All of the tiles of this city have just gone in +1 appeal. It might take a turn for that to work itself out because often appeal doesn't update itself quickly. But what I can do is now plant a wood on this tile. This will improve the appeal of all of the surrounding tiles by 1. So this national park will actually go from being 17 to 20. And actually, I think it's probably updated itself. So we've now got +1 on every tile. This should go to 24 now. If we just have a quick look, yep, 24. 5, 6, 7, 6. Actually, we can just improve that even more by making these 2 tiles like a little bit better. And now this is 26. Historically, I've always just thrown as many national parks down as I can and hoped the quantity gets me where I need to be. But what White Nerdy showed me was that actually it's the quality of national park that makes a really big difference. And this is where Golden Gate comes in. I'm currently getting 26 tourism from this park. Golden Gate gives every tile in the city 4 appeal. So that would immediately make this a 26 going into a 40 tourism national park. 40. Absolutely mad. And then even better, all tourism improvements and national parks in the city gain 100% tourism. So it wouldn't be 40. It would actually be 80 tourism from this national park. And this has only just begun because there are so many things we can do in the city, but already you can see we have begun to do some really, really cool stuff. We just need the bridge. Everyone needs the bridge and we'll be happy. So the government is a little worse for me, but I have 1 less wildcard policy than I would like, but we can now put in liberalism to try and make my cities a little happy. That'll stack with the happiness that my national parks are now producing. I think we should find that that helps massively very soon. What we're also going to do is make sure that we pick up every single bonus for appeal we can. I think today we're going to see something rather silly, something rather wonderful, something rather broken. Do you remember I said I had about 500 production? We've already hit 780 in my empire. The production of this is going wild. I think Hong Kong might be being killed by Zulu here. I don't like that. Hong Kong is a really, really fun city-state for me. I feel like I'm going to keep this alive. Let's start building an army and let's start going after Zulu here. Chivalry into my government. Now the cavalry will be built even faster. We want to come to the rescue of Hong Kong as soon as we can. The good thing here is that Hong Kong has huge, very safe defenses. 70 strength means that I don't think Zulu are going to be able to attack properly, and I've kind of blocked Zulu out of my lands as well, which is going to make it very difficult for them to take. But I can see Brussels is being attacked as well. There's a lot of city-state killing going on here, which I'm not happy with. Who are you at war with? Just Korea. So if I make peace with Korea, it might kick you out of the borders. Now, hopefully, yeah, okay, peace. I'm keeping all my city-states alive. They give me way too much bonus. 6 techs. 6 techs to perfection. We can do it. We can do it. We have more science than anyone else. I think we are starting... No, we're actually equal with Korea, but they haven't actually gone any further up the tree than we have. So I think we're doing okay right now. Okay, look at all these tiles here. 6, 7, 7, 6. Reyna now is going to give everyone +1. So it's now 9, 12, 11, 8, because they get +1 from each adjacent resource. I thought it was only 1 per tile. No, it's 1 per feature. So that actually just got +4. Right, well, woods everywhere. That kind of makes it clear to me that this is now a woods everywhere sort of job. I think we sort of knew that anyway. Oh, it's happened again. 3 charge builder. Why does my government keep doing that? Just revert to the last set of policies, please. That's all I want. 42 tourism on this national park now, by the way. 42. Remember, my target on this, by the way, is to get as close to about 1,800 tourism in a single city as possible. That's what White and Nerdy managed. It was spectacular. I think we can do it, but we're going to have to really, really try hard here and go as hard as we can on the stuff. Like, I think it's possible, but it's going to be really tough. The aquarium just got built, so all of my cities are now looking a lot happier than they were a few seconds ago. If there's one thing I always enjoy about cavalry, it's the obscene movement speed they have, especially once you've got modern roads. They just shoot from one side of your empire to another, and it's like, wee! Haha! I managed to sneak in and kill the encampment whilst this pikeman was getting distracted with my trader. Now, the trader's probably going to die, but, you know, small things. Small issues, really, in the grand scale of stuff. More forests. More! By the way, if anything gets set on fire around here, aka there is some sort of wildfire or anything like that, yeah, at that point we will be absolutely screwed. But let's hope it doesn't get that bad. It probably won't get that bad, right? Probably. Oh, he did kill my trader. He did that deliberately. Never mind. Industrial era. So we don't have monumentality anymore, but what I can do is now get reform the coinage, which would absolutely keep me safe. Ah, that would have been useful. We'll go Heartbeat of Steam for now because we have a lot of campuses and we're building lots of wonders, lots of fun stuff. The wonder building will help me with Golden Gate when we're ready to get it, which should be very soon. And this is the second national park. I'm pretty sure that Teddy's ability does not stack. So it's +1 to the appeal of all tiles in your city once you have a national park, but you only get it once. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% sure of that. I mean, I've been wrong before. I have definitely been wrong before, but I think this is fine. My first boat is a Great Admiral. Of course it is. Let's go get some turtles. Delicious turtles. Oh, Valletta is useful. We'll keep an eye on Valletta. I like Valletta. Being able to use my faith to buy in walls in case we need a little bit of extra tourism. Not that I think we're really going to need a lot of extra tourism. We'll get back to that in a second. Patala Palace. This time I'm going to remember to upgrade my government immediately because that keeps happening. Liberalism, public works, invention, Bank and Raj. All of that looks pretty tasty, but there's got to be something else we can put in. Republican legacy. Let's pop that in because all of our cities are just on the cusp of being happy. There we go. We've actually just boosted all of our yields by a good 10%. That was good. Let's go Grandmaster's Chapel just in case we are attacked by Zulu, although we now have quite a large cavalry force. I'd be surprised if Zulu did decide to attack us now because we have a lot more in the way of troops compared to how we were a few seconds ago. So let's just check in here quickly. I'm pretty sure the appeal, yeah, it didn't go up another +1. So Teddy's improvements only happen but once a year, once per city. However, this park is getting 42 tourism. This one's only 31, but don't worry. Just by putting down things like woods, we can immediately start boosting that. Let's just put 6 more tourism on that park. Exceptional. And here is a third. This one has 25 tourism. That's barely anything. Oh, dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear indeed. Oh, I'm not getting any culture anymore. Did I lose Kamasi? I lost Kamasi. How dare you, game? It's not on at all. It's all culture that gets put into this city for the purposes of getting that 4th tier of tiles because there's lots and lots of different national parks that all get worked in here. Very handy later game. Very handy indeed. Chingeti. That's a lot of extra faith from all of my trade routes. I'm now getting 8 per trade route from this city and that will just keep climbing with the population. More faith equals more national parks. I love it. I love it a lot. Okay, there's a lot more troops here. Zulu shouldn't have any ability to attack me here. We're hopefully as safe as we're ever going to be, which probably isn't that safe, but it feels like I'm nice and safe, which is the main thing. The illusion of safety is very much here. More woods. More woods. Keep improving these tiles. The appeals start to climb quite considerably when a tile is surrounded by 6 woods. I think it gets to +12. Probably more if there are things like rivers in the city. Because with Reyna, effectively a wood provides 2 appeal rather than 1. And what I'm going to start doing now is using improvements, just popping them down and then removing them in order to manually decide where my next park goes. Like, unfortunately, it wants to put one here rather than there because the appeal technically is higher. But what I'll do is I'll just go and use a builder. I'll put an improvement down and that'll stop it from going there. Geneva. Oh, 1, 2. That's a bunch of extra science. Yes, this is good. This gets me to the bridge faster. Gets me to the bridge faster than most pop stars. It's a music joke, that one. I know, how highbrow. As you can see, I'm deliberately not feeding any envoys if I can help it into Venice. I do not want this city growing because we want to grab all of these tiles if we can. If we lose a tile to Venice, we can always raise it to the floor, but I would prefer not to do that if we can help it. So this park is 43 as opposed to 42. So this one's actually better now, which is crazy. Only 32 on this one though. Dear oh dear, put down a wood that should go to 38. Yes, it does. Even better. I mean, I love this. I love this so much. Now let's go tax collector and make sure the memorial gardens are being taxed. It's basically an entry fee into this beautiful part of the world. It's one of those annoying boxes that says, hey, have you considered donating to the park? Your money will help our conservation efforts. And putting all the trees down and £5 will pay for someone's sandwiches. It's the sort of establishment we seem to be running here now. I wouldn't be very good at making those signs, I don't think. Don't need chivalry anymore. I don't have any chivalry in me whatsoever. I'm simply a logistics man. Now my builders can actually move tiles quickly. All of this wood is terrible for movement. Maybe I should put railway down here. Oh, that would be fun. Maybe I should put railway there. Almost at 1,000 production in my empire. Considering how few cities I have, I've only got 14 cities. This is tiny for me. This is a tall game. I feel like I'm very productive. Now I have corps of cavalry. Even better. And I've got 2 field cannons, which boosts that even more. So pop down a lumber mill on that tile, and there we go, it's moved. Now it thinks that this is the place I want a national park, which is correct. It is the place I want a national park. So we'll pop that down immediately, and you can see it's providing 44 tourism for me already. There's a real risk, by the way, that we start to win a tourism victory before we're anywhere near putting down the Golden Gate. But don't worry, I'm not rushing it. We should be fine. We should be absolutely fine. The next park, I think, can probably go down. I mean, if nothing else, this city is going to be the happiest city you've ever seen. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be wonderful. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Civilized, Capo Yobby Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Lillian, Radiatore, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedge, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Bookaluk 79, Bob Loblaw, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Fu, Kovuwu, Legally Trash, Is This Live, Minnow, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Flower Power Bear, Poppy Dude, Dan Jamo, Buster Blader, Bob Tway, Toddler, Abstract Fun, Slither Alley. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!